Cricbuzz Comm box after 15 overs, and India clearly the happier of the two sides. Looking down my app, 15 overs gone, 58 for 2. And once again, Bhuvneshwar and Shami have provided the wickets. 4 overs, 1 for 13 for Shami, and 5 overs, 1 for 23 for Bhuvneshwar Kumar. And what that has done, once again, is it's allowed Hardik Pandya to ease himself in, but it's given the spinners with a very good match situation to come in. Munro got 2 snicks and he got caught on 1, and Guptill again playing the big shots. They're not getting it, are they?
Soft dismissals,
Yeah.
and it's a combination of good bowling and a batting side which is low on confidence. But for Indian team again, ticking that box nicely. First 10 overs, restricting the opponents from getting off to a flyer and picking those 2 wickets, setting the platform for middle overs beautifully. Shami has been fantastic, isn't he? He's just looking in very good rhythm. It's like you just wake him up in the middle of the night and he'll come and hit that length, and that's something which is great. In Bumrah's absence, he's taking that responsibility.
He's
very
bowled
well.
a lot of overs in 2018. I just wonder whether that's giving him the right rhythm to run in and bowl well. Because Bhuvi is not swinging the ball as much, but he's still bowling. He's bowling well enough to keep picking up the wickets. Shami is just getting the ball to nibble around a little bit. So it's a luxury that through Australia and here, inevitably the first 10 overs are giving you 2 wickets.
Yeah, and that's so important. We've been talking about importance of picking up those wickets, and every wicket has that impact on the run rate, which is very vital. The point which we're trying to make between Shami and Bhuvneshwar, it's exactly the same point which we've been talking about, that Bhuvneshwar needs more game time. That's the difference. When you have that game time, you're in rhythm, and that match practice is the best practice. That's something which Bhuvneshwar needs to now get up there quickly as possible. And there are key indicators, like when you're not getting through the crease quickly, then that will have a direct impact on the kind of pace which you've been bowling at. And that's something which we've seen with Bhuvneshwar. He's been bowling at about 137, 38, or sometimes close to 140 in the past. But now you'll see that that pace has dropped down. And that's a clear-cut indication of he's not getting through the crease as he would like to. In terms of the swing, also what you're talking about, it also depending on how you are bending your back and how you're rotating your hips, how you're getting on top of that front foot. So that's something which has a direct impact in terms of swing. What you are, especially the late swing as well. You can have your wrist position properly, you can have those other factors, but the base of that swing is always coming from how you're moving through the crease in terms of your hip rotation, and that's something
we'll talk a lot
which
about
he has to
that
work
when
on.
we come together for the mid-inning show. There's one other interesting factor, which is the wind and the choice of ends. India started Kuldeep and Chahal at certain ends and then moved them around. So they got confused a little bit with the wind, but they've now got the right ends, where Chahal is drifting the ball into the pads and turning it away, and Kuldeep the other way.
It also was because of the fact that Chahal bowled in that power play. So that's something which...
and he likes to go 5 and 4. So that could be one factor. Good call. He likes to go Bhuvneshwar 5 and Shami 4.
So when he was supposed to bring the Chahal on to bowling, it was the 10th over, and he didn't have the luxury of choosing the end. And it must be the feedback and the discussion between the bowler back to the captain that, okay, I've bowled 1 over from here, but I think for me to finish my remaining 9 overs, the best end for me will be the other end, and that's something which we witnessed, the change in the ends.
Also not a bad game for Hardik to come back. He's now bowled 3 overs for 6. And New Zealand is scoring at 3.7, so they got a bit of rebuilding to do, and we'll wait and see if they can indeed get to that 270 that we had talked about. Cricbuzz Comm box after 15. We'll be back after the 35th over for you.